A race against time in Mexico City as rescuers work to save everyone they can. The death toll is now at least 250 after a massive earthquake rocked the city Tuesday. Nearly 2,000 were injured and many more have been forced from their homes. Omar Jimenez reports. When most people deal with a medical disorder, you can't tell what's wrong by just looking at them. However, that is not the case for one Troy University student with a skin disorder that is seemingly always on display. Kiwana Clark has her story. Health officials have a warning for parents. Pest medications need to be secured just like pills intended for humans. They're trying to raise awareness and urge careful attention to home storage of medications. Kim Hutcherson has more in today's Health Minute. Hello and welcome to Troy Trojan Vision Midday for April 18th, 2017. I'm Lamarria Sampson. Thank you for joining us. Hello and welcome to Troy Trojan Vision Midday for February 21st, 2017. I'm Lamarria Sampson. Thank you for joining us. Thursday night, the International Student Cultural Organization held a discussion about youth in Egypt. The topics range from what it's like to go to school there down to what they like to do for fun.
ISCO is the International Student Culture Organization. Today's event was about Egypt and youth in Egypt, how they grow, how's their life like when going to school, how they pass their free time. We just wanted to kind of give a feel to the people here about how we grew up and similarities, differences, and just show them how in doing that, showing them how Egypt actually is.
In the past, ISCO would have general presentations about countries. However, this year, the topics have gotten more specific.
This year we did it different. We tried to choose one certain topic. So we have like stories from a country, or movies in a country, or schools in a country, or wedding in a country. And it's just a way to show a culture of a country, but also be like specific enough for it to engage with people and have them relate to that culture.
ISCO seeks to create a healthy environment for students to come and learn about different countries and their cultures.
It's a good opportunity for American students and the international students on campus to just gather and get to know one another and to come together as a community, because I feel like that's very important at Troy, because that's what Troy stands for as our international university, is peace and love and acceptance, and we want to show that here on campus through ISCO.
Lamarria Sampson, Troy Trojan Vision News. Spin the wheel to see your fate. The members of Trojan Outreach says having unprotected sex is like playing roulette.
So today, basically, we're talking about STDs and the risk of getting an STD and basically we're talking about not using protection is like spinning an STD roulette wheel of what you might get.
Students were asked to spin the wheel, and whatever it landed on, they were presented with a brief summary of what that STD is. For students wanting to know their status, Brianna Maples tells students where to go and what steps to take to get tested or receive treatment.
A good thing to know for Troy University students is that you can always visit the Troy Regional Medical Center and they can test you for an STD, receive treatment, have the steps of where to go from there.
After students were educated on the different STDs, they were given a heart-shaped cutout and a condom to seal the deal.
I feel that learning about STDs is important because in the United States, it is a big factor that not a lot of people want to talk about because it's such a private situation, but it's important to know what these STDs are, what the treatments or cures you can receive for them, and the importance of having safe sex.
Trojan Outreach is a peer education program that provides presentations, workshops, and peer intervention for Troy University students. Lamarria Sampson, Troy Trojan Vision News. Tuesday night, the SGA held their weekly meeting. In this meeting, senators and executive board members discussed upcoming events and how students can get involved. One event that is important to note is the CARE Drive for Jacksonville State University.
We just orchestrated this drive for the JSU. The students up there and the faculty went through a terrible storm last week, as you all know. So we orchestrated a drive to get supplies up for those students and faculty members. And we're looking to end that this week and get those supplies up to Jacksonville State, and just looking to help in any way we can with that.
SGA hasn't forgotten about the upcoming holiday. They will be having an Easter egg hunt for kids in the community. Parents, students, faculty, and staff are welcome to attend. The Easter egg hunt will be held in Janice Hawkins Park at 5:30 p.m.
We got the Easter egg hunt for all the faculty and staff, students, children and grandchildren. So we encourage everybody to come out and help and go see that.
Also covered in the meeting was Senate applications. For any students interested in possibly becoming a part of SGA, Senator applications will become available today and are due by April 4th by 4 p.m.
The Senate applications due out tomorrow too. Anybody want to run for senator, just go in there, fill it out, pay $10 in the SGA office. That is due next Thursday.
The last SGA meeting of the semester will be next Tuesday, April 3rd in Bill Graves Hall, room 129. Lamarria Sampson, Troy, Trojan Vision News. Troy held its annual Visiting Scholars Symposium on campus in Howe Hall. This symposium is held in hopes that the scholars will choose Troy University as their second academic home.
So our Visiting Scholars program, we've had visiting scholars for many years, and a visiting scholar is not an international student. They're a professor from another school, but they've come here not to teach, but they've come here to do research, usually a specific kind of research project.
The visiting scholars are not alone during their stay here. It is ensured that they have guides throughout the process.
Visiting scholars, they apply to Troy University, and then they come and they're paired up with a Troy University professor who has either the same or a very close research interest to them. That person acts as a mentor to them, and while they're here, usually for one semester to a year is the usual amount of time. While they're here, they do research in their field. They're guided and directed by their mentor, and they present it.
The program is also used to bridge the gap and build relationships between visiting scholars and the university.
Our hope is that when their semester or their year of visiting here is up and they return to their home country, wherever that is, that they'll continue a relationship with Troy University. And so really it's about creating these relationships among researchers, scholars and professors from Troy University with schools in other parts of the world.
Troy University welcomes visiting scholars from all around the world. The next meeting for the visiting scholars will be during International Week, and they will meet again in the fall semester of 2018. Lamarria Sampson, Troy, Trojan Vision News.